Morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Hope you are all well. I'm just going to put some tunes on so that we've got something in the background because I can't do this without music. Okay. So, how is everybody in Cape Town? If you're in Cape Town, are you enjoying this crazy heat? I can't. It is horrid. If you are in and if you are if you're building this house with me, please say hello in the chat. Please. I'd like to hear from people. Chat to me. Okay. So, this is my last live for this year. I am off next week. I need a serious break. I'm honestly over sugar cookie houses. I am over baking. I don't want to even bake anything next week. I don't want to have to switch on my oven, but it is what it is. So this is the last time you will see this. I don't think I'm going to do another demo like this for this house again, because I've already got it from last year, and then I'm doing it now again. I have ideas of what I'm going to do for next year, so it'll be a different thing. So, but you can always go back to this video and watch it. Okay, so here's the thing. If you have bought my house, right, you would have gotten two really long panels with no indentations on it or anything like that. They are your two roof panels. Then just bear with me because I have a whole bunch of broken panels. So I'm going to show you a few things, but you would have in your panel had two shorter ones. You can see they're shorter. Okay. And then they've got two little indentations for windows. Okay. But because I've got a whole bunch of broken panels, I'm using what I have. I didn't bake an extra one for stock, from stock or anything. So, but it's still going to work the same way. It should. I hope. We'll see. Okay. So I'm going to show you a few things before we get started. So you will have two roof panels, which are your two longest panels with no little impressions on it. Then you'll have two shorter panels with two impressions on it, which are windows. Those are your two side panels. Okay. Then this year I decided to give you guys extra decoration. So there's a Christmas tree, there's a snowman, and there's a little gingerbread man. These two squares plus these two, where it's got that little groove, is your chimney. Okay, those are your chimney. This one is your front door. Okay, and then you've got your front panel and then the back of your house with two little indentations for windows. You don't have to go exact or anything like that. You just, I'm just going to show you the base. I'm going to decorate the whole thing and everything, but so that you can see, you don't have to do it exactly like me. But yeah, just so that you can, learn how to actually put it together and see how, so that you know that what's putting and what's not. So also in your bag of goodies that you would have got some Smarties, you would have got some jelly tots, you would have got some marshmallows, and you would have got some sprinkles. How you use these things is totally up to you because it's your house, and I'm just giving you a variety of things that you can use to decorate your house with. Please understand that this is a sugar cookie house. It is not a gingerbread house. Therefore, it is not as hard as a gingerbread house. Gingerbread is a really hard biscuit, and it's probably half the reason why people make gingerbread houses is because it's that really hard cookie. But from my experience and from talking to everybody and stuff like that, I have found out that subsequently, while everyone likes to build the house, no one eats it because no one really eats the gingerbread. It's really far and few between the amount of people that actually eat the gingerbread. I mean, this is the case of like fruitcake, people don't really eat it. So I'm going to tell you now, I'm warning you now, be gentle with your cookie house because it is a little softer. I have tried to bake them. You can see they're quite dark compared to what a normal sugar cookie would look like, because I want to make them a little bit sturdier. They are not burnt. If you think that they're burnt, they're not. I've just cooked them a little longer so that they don't break. Okay, the ones that are not baked long enough land up breaking quite easily and or land up being a little bit too soft. So but the house can be built without breaking anything, but be gentle with it because it's not a hard cookie. Okay, so just be gentle. I am going to show you a few tips and tricks. So you would have got a bag of icing and two disposable piping bags. So the reason why I've given you the icing in the bag is that over time, depending on when you bought your sugar cookie house, you might find that the icing has started to separate from the egg white. Okay, you would have obviously kept it in the fridge, but even keeping it in the fridge, the icing and the egg white tend to start to separate. Also with that, I make the icing quite thick, but over time it then starts to become more liquid. So the reason why I put it in the bag is so that you are able to mix it and add more icing if you need to add more icing. When we build the house, the icing, the consistency for building the house is not the same as when you're icing and decorating a sugar cookie. When you're icing and decorating a sugar cookie, you need that icing to be quite runny because you need it to flood and go nice and smooth. The problem with icing that thin and runny is that it doesn't set and dry quick enough. We need the house the icing to be thicker, not too thick that it needs to still be runny, but like running. I'll show you. It still needs to be running, but it can't be running like cookie decorating running, because it needs to set quite quickly. So we want it a little thicker. So the reason why I put the icing in a bag is so that you are able to take it out the bag, add icing to it if you need. So mix it and my suggestion is to do half the icing, mix it, and then and make sure you've got a thicker consistency. Then you've got two different consistencies that you can play around with. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I've just got a tub of icing, which is roughly around the same consistency that you guys should probably have. And the amount of icing that you've got is enough to put it together and and some, so, but like I say, you can always add icing to it so that it's a little bit thicker, so that you can get you can make patterns and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, so you probably would have, your icing should be looking like this. Okay, so you can see what's happening with this icing. I just wanted to see if I needed to mix this. Okay, I'm gonna leave that bit. Ooh. Okay. So this icing is quite thick and probably at the consistency that I need it to be. So you will see, okay, that it's still running. You can see it's still running, but it's not running. It's very thick running. Okay. And that's the kind of consistency you want. If your icing is very runny and it's just like flowing right off and it's not even holding a little bit of shape, because this needs to hold a little bit of shape, okay, for it to work well. If your icing is not doing that and it's totally not holding any kind of shape and it's very runny, I suggest you add some icing. Make sure you've sifted it, add some more icing until you get to this consistency. Okay, you don't want it too hard because then it's going to make it difficult to, then when it becomes too hard, it actually becomes dry and then you can't actually stick pieces together. But you don't want it too runny either. So this is the consistency. You can see as it's dropping, it's very slowly dropping, but it's still also kind of keeping shape. Okay. So that's what we're going to work with. So before we get started, what I'm going to, my suggestion is if your house is intact, my suggestion is that you decorate, do these decorations first so that you can leave them to dry. If by some mishap you landed up with a panel or something when you took it out or something like that and it broke. Hello, I see some people are joining me. Say hello in the chat for me, please. Say hello, chat to me. Okay, so you're gonna put your nicely thick icing inside. If you are following me and you need me to slow down, you must shout, eh? This is live, that's the whole point. It's not just a straight video and then you land up getting behind. So what I'm going to show you is, I don't know why I'm stretching like that. One of the things that I am going to show you is that how to fix your panel if by some mishap you've taken some way or another a panel or something like that has cracked and broken. Generally, when it cracks and breaks, it's a pretty clean crack. So, you know, I'm going to show you how to fix that quickly. It is so hot, I don't even want tea. Which is amazing because I'm such a teapot. Okay. So what I'm going to show you. Right. So, like this one. I'm going to move that forward. Okay. So like this one, it cracked. So as I picked it up, it cracked, but you can see the crack is quite, the break is quite clean and there's nothing wrong with it. Okay. I'm going to show you how to fix it. Please start off when you cutting these bags. Start off with a small hole. And rather go from small and then cut a little bit bigger, cut a little bit bigger. If you cut too big, hello, Angela. Are your boys doing this with me? Okay. So make sure your hole is small to start off with. If it's too small, make it a little bit bigger. You don't want a very big hole because then you can't control how much comes out. Okay. So let's start off with small. And also in the beginning, you kind of just want to do, you know, things like this. So if you landed up with a cracked house, sorry, but you know, if something happens, then all you do, we're going to fix the cracked house, right? But we'll do these panels first. And, okay, so what's happening is that this hole is too small and my bag is going to burst if I don't make a hole bigger. Okay. So, all right. Because remember, you're going to decorate this, so you're probably going to be able to cover it. So it really doesn't matter if there's a crack. We are already cool. Okay. So then, and then you're just going to glue your piece together. Do I have another panel? You see, I don't have enough side panels because of the way things happen, worked out. Okay, but basically, oh, that's, and I'll use some baking paper to put it on to dry. And with this consistency, it'll dry quite quickly. Okay, so don't stress about it. You see, I can already move it around. Okay, so then at least you can still carry on, you know, let it dry, and then you can carry on with building your house. Should be fine. Okay, right. I'm sorry if you got a round board. I'm going to do it on a round board so that you can see that it can be done on a round board. I'm really sorry that you got a round board. Unfortunately, apparently at this time of the year, Actually, no, I lie. It's not even this time of the year. I've been struggling throughout the year. Boards are going out of stock. I think it's got something to do with paper supply and all that kind of stuff. So I was, in the end, only able to get... I had stock of square ones from last year. So if you got a square one, yay. If you got a round one, sorry. But it's still going to work. I promise. It's still going to work. Okay. So... right. So you need two hands. This is a teamwork. This is teamwork. Wait, let's do the decor first. Okay, so so you can decorate your these duties however you like and whatever you want to do. And it really is your own thing to decorate it however you like. So there's my gingerbread man. And I'm going to put him aside to dry. My Christmas tree. I'm just going to put some sprinkles on there. Oh, there's a hole. There's a hole. Try and do things like this on either some baking paper or you know, on a tray or something, because yeah, it can become super messy. So there's my tree, and then so you want that to dry, because then when you come to putting them together, it's, yeah, then they're dry enough for you to then put together. You can decorate them all however you like in white. Simply, not simply, I don't know. I'm just doing simple decor with them, and you can sprinkle them up or not. Oh, my sprinkles are going everywhere. When I did this the other day, I just dipped them in the sprinkles, and then you couldn't recognize what they were. So that's why I'm trying not to go overboard with the sprinkles. But if it was Rebecca, she would just dunk them in the sprinkles. It's what she does. Okay, right. So my house is a two-man job at the very least. Okay. There's only one of me, so bear with me. I'm going to try and do this one with me alone. Okay. Now, so basically you're going to put your panels. So if you've got a round board, try and put your first panel, your panels towards the back as much as possible. You know, decide which way is your front and which is the back. I'm trying to remember now. You'd think after building this a few times. Okay, so your side panels fit inside these panels. That's what should happen, I think. No, that's what should happen. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to start off with, and don't be shy, be generous with your icing, because you need this to hold. Okay. So you're going to start off with one panel. And obviously if your consistency is right, who knows with this heat? I don't know. Nothing seems to be setting in this heat. But if your consistency is right, your icing should dry quite quickly. Okay. Then So these are the panels that you're going to be using are not the panels that I'm using. Because I'm using roof panels, but you're supposed to be using side panels. Okay. So, and I've only got one hand, right? So we're going to put on the bottom. So the best, when you're building like this, it's always great if you do it. Sorry. Okay. So it's always best, get your parents to help you so that you'll be holding or icing, one of the two. Okay. So you need to put on the bottom. This is not a quick thing, as you can see. It's not going to dry super fast. So don't rush it. Okay? Don't rush it. If you've got a round board, you will see that unfortunately your house may or may not kind of come off a bit. But it should be fine. So you can see now, look, Mom, no hands. Okay, because it will dry quickly. Quickly enough for you to. So you're going to do the same thing. You're keeping your panels on the inside of that. Am I right or am I wrong? I sometimes get confused. Sorry. Which is not great when I'm trying to demo this, hey? Oh, you see? And then that happens when you don't have extra hands. Don't worry. All good. All good. Makes it for fun viewing. Awesome viewing. Okay. I'm just thinking. I'm just thinking if I've got that wrong. I did the same thing when I did it with Rebecca, where I got whether your house is on the inside, this panel's on the inside or not. So how you'll know if it's wrong, if I'm wrong, is that when you put your roof on, if your roof lands up being too short. But I think it's fine. It doesn't matter, really. Okay, so like I say, I'm building this with 2 roof panels for the side panels. So I feel like I need to look at my instructions. Just in case I'm advising you incorrectly. Follow my instructions. Okay. So basically, make sure you still have my instructions, even though I'm here, because maybe I'm a little bit wrong. No, but that's all good. I was actually thinking now, what would be awesome is before you put your roof on, if you wanted to, which now is a bit of a late idea, but anyway, once you put your front panel on, you could, before you put your roof on, fill this up with chocolates and sweeties, and it would be so much fun, because then it would be it would be a surprise house. Okay, how awesome would that be? Okay, but you can see, look, it's standing. How are we going? Those of you that are doing this with me, are you okay? Are you like on edge or something? Okay. But it's getting there. Okay. So then we're gonna ice the bottoms. Again, make sure you're generous with the icing. Don't be schnupp with it. There's plenty icing. I definitely gave you plenty icing. You can see I'm putting as much as, you know, it doesn't matter if you put lots. And then you're going to put that panel on there. And you're going to try and line it all up as much as possible. See, I lie. Look at that. I lied to you. Sorry, guys. These panels need to be on the inside, not on the outside. Because now, look, it doesn't fit. That's why as I was doing it, I was like, I'm pretty sure this could be wrong. That's why I was saying what I was saying. Okay. So if you have done it with me and you've done it incorrectly, just gently take it off and move it around. It's not going to, you just need to move it slightly and put icing on here. Oh my goodness. You would have gotten so far. Okay. Sorry, guys. And as I was doing it, I was thinking to myself, you know what? This is, oh, well, you know, because I keep saying it might be wrong. Hello, who's joined me? Say hello. I can see you there. You just need to say hello to me. Okay, so don't listen to me when it comes to some of these things. Okay, there we go. So your panel needs to be on the outside. So this one with the windows needs to be on the outside of your thing. Okay. So it's a quick fix. It's not a train smash if it is wrong. And what's happened also is that your icing has dried just a little bit. So and all the extra icing on there, it's not a train smash when you're going to decorate over it. You know, it's meant to look like snow. Is everybody doing okay? Or you being silly like me? I hope you're all feeling very festive and getting into the festive ways. Okay, so then you're gonna, there we go. That's it. Okay. So you can just hold it gently, just for a couple of minutes, so that it sticks and holds nicely. So basically, you don't want to put the roof on until, you know, you feel it's sturdy enough to put on. The roof is not incredibly heavy, but, you know, you just want it a little bit. So, hey, babe. Oh, flowers? Flowers for mom. Okay. So if you want, you can do a little bit of extra icing all up the edges. This bag looks like it's going to pop. You bought macaroons? Pink macaroons? Okay, so you can just put extras to cover up your holes, the gaps. Yeah. Did my house break? No. Why? Your one broke. No, my house hasn't broken. I'm busy with my house. Okay. So, but if you're at this point, good. Good, 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 good. I'm glad it's all working out. I kind of now want like a bag of quality streets, and I want to put them inside here. I think that would be so much fun. It would be like a surprise house. Somebody say hi to Jordan and Nick. They're doing the house with me. Your pizza? It's in the fridge.
Oh, you can warm it up.
You can warm it up. Put the top there. Okay. So then, okay. So then you're going to generously put icing all along your edges. Okay. Top and bottom. Okay, so you'll have done it all the way around like that, and then you're going to take your two roof panels and you're going to rest them on here.
Oh, my panels with my house exactly broke. Exactly found out.
It did, but okay. So try, so it should overlap a little bit at the bottom over here, so it'll overlap slightly here at the back and down at the bottom, and then if you hold it so that it comes to a point like that, and you just hold it for a bit. Sticky fingers. Who's saying hi? Hi, gay. Okay. So if you like literally give it like a minute like this, where you hold it, and then not even a minute, and then it should be all good. So the thing is here, you want it to be resting nicely and everything, because you're going to put your chimney on. Okay, I'm just going to go wash my fingers quick. It's not cut, hey? You have to start to come for you.
I can cut it. So I can
Yeah, but you don't have the rolling one. That is in the dishwasher. So you'll have to use a knife. Ask Dad to help you. Okay?
Daddy, you need to use the knife too.
Okay, so what you can also do... Oh, hello, Rebecca. They said hello, Rebecca.
Okay.
So you can put a little bit of icing on here, on the top, just to close it up.
Maybe
You need a knife.
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of knife? You're going to be asked Daddy to help you cut nicely, please. Ah, it's a knife. Be gentle with it, please. Okay. So then... Right. So now we're going to put our... So you can put your chimney anywhere along here. I don't know. You could do that, but then obviously that does... It's meant to be so that it fits like that. Not that the cutter works out very well, hey? Now that I'm looking at it. Okay, but I like to put it in the middle somewhere, but you can put it anywhere along.
When I did my cookie house...
When you did your cookie house, what did you do?
I did my chimney was I put marshmallows in it.
Yeah, we filled the
Marshmallows.
we filled it up with marshmallows, huh?
Yeah.
So you'll do one, and then stop stealing marshmallows. Cheeky chop. Okay, and then there goes icing. Oh. Do. Okay, so these go on the inside, if that makes sense, of bigger ones.
Do you need another plate? Okay.
So, like that. Can you see? Just you You don't need another plate, babe. Okay. So there's your one side, and then there's your other side. So just put the icing on the one way. Eyeball winner. Okay. So I'm putting icing on all three sides like that because it fits on the inside so that it closes up. Stop stealing marshmallows. Rebecca's obsessed with marshmallows, so she eats them all. Those are all that's left. I don't have as many marshmallows as you will have because I don't have any more left. I've got a whole lot of Smarties though. Okay.
A bunch.
So how are we looking, guys? Is your house looking like a house, or is it falling apart? Are you having lots of fun? Let's put it this way: as long as you're having lots of fun. No. Okay. So then, you should have by now, if you're going like really step by step with me, you should have all your panels up, your roof up, your chimney up. So then the last thing is, so you can see it just fits snugly on the round. Unfortunately, I promise I'm going to order square ones early next year. So then your door can open as widely or closed, whatever you like, as much, your decision. And so this is one of the things that everybody had a big thing to say about was the fact that the door was open. Apparently, I think with the gingerbread houses, it's just a how? What's how? You mustn't give me one word. How? No. Shh. Okay. So your door should be on. There's a rather large gap there. But, okay. But this is now your thing. Now, so what I normally do is I get Rebecca to help me with this because I need the extra hands. But like you said, you can see I've just done it with, just my own hands. Okay. But I normally get it to this and then I hand it over to her to do whatever she likes. Okay. But we can go from here. Let's move this onto here. Okay. Okay. So now the thing with decorating, whatever you're going to use and do, if you have a plan, a design in your head, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. But be warned that if you're going to be sticking down Smarties and marshmallows and the jelly tots and stuff, you have to stick as you go. Okay, because once this icing is dry, it's dry. You will not be able to stick anything to it. Okay. So if you're going to make patterns, how means how. How means how. Oh, because Rebecca's going, I don't know. Well, you're asking me a question. That's what I'm You're confusing me, Angela. You're confusing me. Were you talking to Rebecca? Because she was going, how it's highball winner? Or are you asking me how am I doing something? You got me confused, dude. Confused. Okay, I'm going to fill in my gaps, but now let me see. I'm trying to think of what I'm going to do. I kind of wanted to do something different to what I did for the last one. Okay. I'm going to put Smarties all along the top here. That's what I'm going to do. So, yes.
Something I watched on TV and it was funny.
Okay, Rebecca wants to tell you something because you guys, how now? How now, brown cow?
And
Okay,
the funny thing.
so Rebecca wants to tell you something funny that she watched on TV and she can't stop laughing over it. Go.
The raccoon listen press the sandwich.
You need to put some context on it. Rebecca's watching Lassie. Come here, come here, come here, come here. Rebecca is watching Lassie. She's enjoying this Lassie. And there, what is that? It's a raccoon. There's a raccoon that is rummaging through the dustbin. And he finds, he's looking for sand. He's looking for sand. Sam is eating a sandwich in the dustbin. What did he say? How I love my Sam. Eh?
Sandwich. In the second episode, I saw him sew it, and the bird said, I didn't buy a sandwich anymore, and the sandwich was gone. And it was meat, and he was kind of,
So,
and only catch the meat.
if you really want to know what Rebecca is saying, go watch Lassie and then you can see what
It's
she's
not
saying.
on Netflix and all of them.
What's it on? Is it on Amazon Prime?
Yeah, it's on.
Okay, it's on Amazon Prime. So you can do, yeah, I mean, you can make patterns. You can. That's why I've given you as much Smarties and jelly tots and all that kind of thing. It's melting? What's melting? What's melting, Angela? No, nothing should be melting. Put a fan on. This is royal icing. Royal icing doesn't melt. It just gets hard. Your cookie shouldn't be melting. Is your icing too runny and then it's falling down and it's not set? How who? So explain to me what exactly is happening now. How is your house melting? That's worrying me. That it's set but melting. I've got a hole in my little packet, so I'm just going to utilize it. So that I don't have to dog is barking because sorry for the noise. The dustbin is here. It's not melting, it's sliding. Okay. So your icing is not thick enough, so it's not setting. So you need to just hang in there. Yeah, put a fan. I think if you put the fan on, if you put the fan on, then what will happen is that it'll dry it quicker. But just hold on to it until it settles. Okay, yeah, so just hold on to it until it settles before you start decorating. Because obviously, you know, like my icing, I can already touch and it's dry. So that's where you should be at before letting it go. Okay. So before you let it go, don't, you know. I quite like that. I think next year also I'm going to give a mix of big Smarties and mini Smarties. I do have some mini Smarties here, but I feel like I'd be cheating if I did mini I feel like I'd be cheating if I put mini Smarties on, because you guys don't have mini Smarties. Okay. It might be because your icing you needed to thicken it up a bit. Yeah, the heat is playing a bit of havoc. It's made with, so you haven't used all your icing, right? So if you haven't used all your icing, just add to your icing that I've given you. It's made from egg white, which makes it harder. But so basically it's egg white and icing sugar to make it dry rock hard. But I would just use the icing I've given you and add to it rather than making new from scratch. And if it's too thick, you can always add a little bit of water to thin it out. So yeah, just add icing sugar to whatever, what you've got there. Okay, so see, I've got a lot of Smarties, so I'm going to do things with the Smarties. Not too sure what I'm going to do with the jelly tots. So you can see I do a section, and since so I understand what you're saying, because like now I've been holding this icing too long and it was thick enough in the beginning, but now it's starting to feel like it's getting too soft because my hands are hot, it's hot, my kitchen is hot, everything's hot. So but with everything, you just give it, give it a couple of seconds. That's what Rebecca does. She eats it also along the way. Sweetie, you're making so much noise. So you see now what's oh, I didn't mean to put a red one there. Oh, now I'm just going to carry on doing that. Red. I want it multicolored. So because I put icing on, it's still soft, but it's starting to dry already. So now it's going to hold when I put my Smarties on. And like you can do whatever you want. You can do patterns of colors. You can, it's now all up to you. Especially with the decorating, you can do whatever you like. You don't need to. Most definitely don't need to follow me. And I know that the kids are the ones that are doing it, so I don't do anything that's complicated, and I just generally let them. With Rebecca, I normally just let her do whatever she wants to do, and she decorates it however. I actually must post her sugar cookie house. She built one when we were doing a demo at the beginning of all of this, and and we recorded it. So yeah. So what am I going to do with marshmallows? You see, what we normally do is we have marshmallows popping out of I like to put the marshmallows inside here because it looks like, I don't know, smoke and stuff. So we like to fill our chimney with the marshmallows. What are you up to, dog? We know how these puppy dogs are, hey? Okay. So yeah, like for me, if we do the marshmallows on top like this, if it looks like it's smoke billowing out of your and you just use a little bit of icing to glue everything together so that it's not falling apart. Angela, when you're done, please do me a favor and take a photo and post it on my Facebook page. I'd love to see it, and take photos and send me, if you're taking photos of the boys, love to see it. Love to see it. I love seeing all of this kind of stuff. I'm going to, right, so let's do the other side of my house. Can prove to be quite messy. Can. You can see now my icing's not holding because it's now starting to run down. But I don't actually care because it looks like falling snow and stuff like that anyway. So I'm not stressed by it. I'm trying to sort of stick to a little bit of uniformity in the pattern, in my color pattern. So you can see you'll use your Smarties and everything like that to cover up any imperfections. But what's most important is that you all have fun building it. It's just such an awesome, fun thing to do with the kids. Falling down there a bit. I might end up adding some icing sugar. I don't want to stick anything else, although I don't think so. I'm sure they're also eating all the sweeties and like Rebecca, she sits and eats all the marshmallows and then I'm like, okay. And then at the end of the day, as much as she loves the sugar cookie, she lands up eating all the sweeties off and then nothing else. So funny. And also just be careful. I just have to say, in Cape Town at the moment, if you're watching this, if you're doing it in Cape Town, for those of you, it is that time of the year where there are ants. So please make sure that you put your house in a spot where the ants are not going to get to it. Yeah, it's ant season. Every single year at this time of the year, I've got to, in like January, I have to go and get, pest control to come in and just, control the ants. So I'm going to put quite a bit of icing like this so that it runs. Look how cool that looks. And that will dry like that. Okay. And then we'll put some more Smarties along the way there. What are you doing? My dog is doing something. I don't know what it is. What are you doing? What are you doing, dog? I can hear her digging and digging and digging in the entrance hall, but I don't know what she's digging. So someone asked me when we were at the markets, but there were a whole bunch of, I'm going to say kids because I'm old, But a bunch of young adults, probably in their early 20s, these guys with their girlfriends, and they were they all bought, I think there were about five couples, and they all bought 2 houses each. I sold a lot to them. Is it about 3 or 4 actually, 3 or 4 couples. And the one guy asked me, how can he do this as an upside down house from Stranger Things? So I'm thinking that maybe for Halloween next year, I'm going to make a sugar cookie house, and I'm going to do it as an upside down house. More just as a thing to do, rather than actually sell it or anything like that. So there we go. Some more dripping. Oh, it looks so cool. It looks like ice. Looks so cool. But I had to sort of explain to him how he could possibly have an upside down house. You'd have to put I think you'd have to put this on the side so that it's extra leverage. That's how I'll do it anyway. So you want to do an upside down house, but I think for Halloween it might be a good idea. Oh, there goes all my icing. It's falling down. So I actually want to take a knife, and I'm going to spread this out a bit. I'm going to spread out a bit of icing on here. And you don't have to use the piping bag. You can definitely do what like I'm doing right now, using a knife. And to give it some character, and you can run it up and down the side like that. So I'm gonna put, I'll put like basically my tree in the front, and then I'll put a gingerbread man on the one side, and then I'll put my snowman on the other. So my gingerbread man is dry, and then I can just put him up against the side like that. And then I'm going to put sprinkles on the floor. So it's up to you, completely up to you if you land up outlining your windows, or if you kind of just want to make them non-existent. It's totally up to you. So I want my house to look like it's got lots of like snow and stuff. And then I don't know if I've got, I don't think I've got enough jelly tots, which is why I'm not really using them. I'm trying to think of what I want to do with them. I think maybe what I'll do, I'll use the jelly tots as lights. Oh. So when you've got a square, you've got a lot more space to work with. That's, yeah. There's a hole in here and I can't find where the hole is. There it is. See, also, if you do it like this as well, most of your house will get covered with icing, and yeah, and then obviously the kids will eat it. For me, it's important that the kids land up eating it in the end, because I think otherwise it really is a waste. It's why I came up with the sugar cookie house, because I'm like, what a waste! You spend so much money on a house that you have fun building, and then you can't freaking eat it, which I think is ridiculous. So I'm just using my knife to squish it all over the place gently, so that I've got some icing all over, sprinkles, and then where's my tree? Now I'll put my tree out here in the front. Out in the front. More sprinkles on the floor. And try, I think do I do a new bag? Let's see. I'm just gonna put some more icing in here. Let me swing this around so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just doing some squiggles and stuff for it to look like like snow. And this is now quite runny. It's not the same consistency as it was earlier. Okay, so I'm just going to do that on both sides. I quite like this drip look. And I'm done. I didn't put enough icing in my bag. So this, the way this is now, it's very much the consistency of possibly having some, I don't know where to put the jelly tots besides in my mouth. What am I going to do with the jelly tots? Maybe I should put them along the side. Okay, maybe. I'm going to put them along the side. Make them look like a garden of some sort. Or lights around the house. They're quite big jelly tots. So not quite the same. It's an unfortunate thing when you're trying to get bulk, because you're, you know, trying to sell so many houses. Oh, I don't have enough jelly. You see, this is why I didn't want to do this. I don't have enough jelly tots to get around the edge. But I think this is it. I think I've only got Smarties left. You, however, should have a lot, because I don't have the same amount. I just used what I had left. I know. I've got enough. Enough jelly tots for around my house. So, I'm going to say that my house is pretty much done. Pretty much done. It looks pretty cool, I think. More sprinkles on the top. Oh, where's the sprinkles? The hole is not there. Oh, there we go. You see now my icing is dried already. And I'm trying to put sprinkles on it. And all it's going to do is roll off. So that's why I say work as you go. Otherwise, no, stick as you go. Otherwise, it doesn't work. So what I'm basically doing is just picking them up with my finger. Because, you know, the hundreds and thousands stick to your finger. And then I can just push it into the icing. But I think I'm pretty much done. I don't know about you lot. Okay. So I think my house is done. I'm not going to do more with that. I think it looks, I actually quite like it. Quite festive. No. I don't know. I feel like something is missing in the front. I don't know what. What do we put in the front? Some more Smarties. Because I can. Okay. So I didn't even do anything with the windows. Yeah, as you can see, I didn't do anything with the windows. But you can. They're there for, you know, to help you along if you don't have an idea of what you're wanting to do or anything like that. Angela, what is your house looking like? What is your house looking like? Are the boys having fun? Because that's really all that matters. Are they having fun? And are they're going to be on a sugar rush? They're going to be on a sugar rush. Okay, there we go. We are done. House is done. This is now the third house in this house that I've done. We did one with Rebecca for her channel, which I want to post that. I must post that video today as well. Then I did another one so that I could have a house on display for the market, which I used as a competition. And now I have this one. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this one for Christmas Day, because we're going to go to friends for Christmas Day. So I'll keep it for Christmas Day and take it with the kids will love it. I could take, you know, if I had one left over, which I might land up, I hope not, but if I land up one, I can always take one for them to build, but I don't really want to do that. So anyway, guys, Angela, you good? I'm glad you joined me. Thank you very much. Thank you, and thank you for chatting. It's always good to be able to chat live with everybody and do these things live. This is my last one for this year. I'm not too sure when my first one is going to be next year. I haven't decided. I haven't thought that far because yeah, I just want a holiday right now. So this is the last one, but I will see everybody in the new year. Have a fantastic Christmas, everybody, and I will see you soon.